My name is Carlton Cartwright. I am the Executive Director for Veterans Memorial and Multicultural Histories Incorporated. We are here this morning at Riviera Beach Preparatory and Achievement Academy. Today's date is October the 26th, 2021, and today, the day of the week, is Tuesday. And go ahead. Okay, sir. We have Daniel, Cameron, and Mary Beth as our students. Daniel, can I get you some over here, please? How are you doing this morning?
Chilling.
There you go. All right. Okay. Here you go. Right there. And we have Daniel and Mark, and also Mr. Williams is here, Mr. Raven Williams, and myself. So, sir, what is your name?
Houphouet, Harper.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Harper. And when is your birthday?
5/27/73.
Gotcha. And what city do you live in?
Riviera Beach, Florida.
Okay. And I already did the introductions. So, what branch of the service were you in?
United States Naval Forces.
Okay. Why did you join that branch?
They offered me to do hospital corpsman, which could lead to a pharmacy degree.
Okay, cool. Okay. Were you drafted or were you enlisted?
I was enlisted.
Okay, right. And what year was that?
88 ROTC.
Okay. And where were you at the time of entering into the service?
What do you mean, where was I?
What, well, okay, where were you before you went into service?
Oh, here, Riviera Beach.
In Riviera Beach? Okay, what were you doing at the time?
High school.
High school. Where'd you go to school?
I started off at Suncoast and then I transferred over to Palmage Garden.
Okay, all right. So you graduated from Palmage Garden?
Yes.
And what year was that?
1991.
91. I thought you said 88. What was 88? Anything? Or
88 was ROTC.
oh, that's when you started?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So you went ROTC all the way through high school?
Yes.
Nice, nice. So you knew what you wanted to do, didn't you?
Pretty much.
Pretty much, huh?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so did you, I don't think you did, but I'm just gonna double check. You didn't attend college at all before you went in the military?
No.
Okay. All right, so you went in the Navy. How did they get you out of here? Did you have to go to Miami or?
Miami MEPS.
Miami what?
MEPS.
What is that?
It's like a military base where they do all of your medical stuff, checking you, complete physical, the whole nine, give you all these different shots, vaccinations. I often tease my students about they take a gun and shoot you 4 times in this arm, 4 times in this arm.
Right. Yeah, I think we all went through that in basic training. Okay, just keep an eye with her on that, okay? All right, so MEPS, right? What that acronym stand for? You don't remember?
Yeah, it's been like almost 30 years, I can't remember.
So how long were you down there before they shipped you out? A couple of days or?
So as soon as I graduated, which was like April something.
Okay, what month did you go in? Since you graduated from school?
Yes, right out of school.
Okay.
I went to Jamaica for a week. They let me have like a week and then I went in. They sent me straight to Great Mistakes in Missouri.
What's the name of it?
Great Lakes.
Great Lakes.
I call it Great Lakes. Okay.
That's okay. That was a new one. Okay, so they flew you to Missouri.
Yes.
Okay, and how long were you there? That was basic training?
Yes.
Okay, how long was basic training?
Like 3 months.
Okay, what was it? What was it? Okay, that's 12 weeks.
Yeah.
So what did you do over the course of that 12 weeks?
Whew. Trained, marched on base, Pretty much breakfast, lunch, dinner, activities like working out, stuff like that. But mostly march and practice and learn all the different military information that I needed to know to rank.
Right? What were the instructors like?
Oh, the instructors, they were tough. They were tough.
What time do you have to get up in the morning?
Like 4-ish, 4:30. Yeah, and march to breakfast.
Right.
Yeah.
How was the food, by the way, in basic?
For me, food is food. So, you know, I eat to eat. But supposedly the eggs were kind of funny. They medicate the eggs for, well, that was when I was in, I don't know what they do now, but they medicate the eggs so that you won't have such a, as much of a stimulation as a guy, whatever. So I guess from at that point in time.
Oh, so
you gotta, like, I'm a biology teacher, so I kind of.
So was it like sort of to calm you?
Yeah, like hormonally.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Supposedly.
Especially with a bunch of young guys. But anyway, that's a new one. Okay, I'm learning something here this morning. Okay, so did anybody in your, what'd you call them, flights or groups or what? How many people were in your immediate?
In my barracks?
Yeah. 20, 30, 50? We had, in my flight, I was in the Air Force, it was 50 people.
Yeah, it had to be close to that, like
Okay.
50. Yeah.
All right.
And we were bumped up, and I remember we had to use our blankets to what we called swim. But we would take our blankets, and it's kind of like we would be like living mops and kind of sweep the floor. Every inch of the place had to be dust-free.
Right.
For inspections.
Okay.
And thus, we had daily inspections and stuff like that.
Okay. What about it? Oh, okay. Thank you. That's okay. That's fine. Okay, we're good. Daily inspections and what else?
Just training mostly.
What was it? What did the training consist of?
Training consisted of marching. We went to like gas chamber. I mean, I can't remember everything, but there is a crap load of stuff you train.
What was that gas chamber training like?
We had to go in there maskless for, I don't remember the exact time. I want to say it was a couple of minutes, so we could know what it was like. But that's pretty much it. We had just basic training.
Okay.
Not really like war scenario, like in the Marines or anything like that.
Okay. So was that basic training 12 weeks, or was your AIT, was your MOS training included in the 12 weeks?
No.
So 12 weeks just basic training.
Just basic training.
So where did you go for your MOS, for your job?
Balboa Hospital Base.
And what was that job?
Hospital corpsman.
Okay. So Balboa what now? I'm sorry.
Balboa Hospital Base in San Diego, California.
Oh, okay. And how long was that?
Oh, that was about 6.5 months.
Okay. And so you just medical training?
Yes, pretty much like a paramedic training.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Okay. And that was, I'm sorry, how long was it?
Like 6.5 months.
6.5 months. So how intense was that?
Oh, it was very intense. It was like learning the equivalent of, I don't know if these kids are familiar with assistant, physician's assistants, but it was almost close to the equivalent of a physician's assistant, just faster and just less information. Like, it's almost like the in between a physician assistant and a paramedic.
Gotcha.
But not like pure just military stuff purely. like on the go, really fast. Really important stuff that you had to do out in the field.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like quick assess.
Mm-hmm. So through basic training and your job training, MOS, any casualties? Anybody get hurt? Did you get hurt? Did you have any injuries?
No, I didn't have any
Injuries.
injuries. Somebody, like people got hurt, but I wasn't in a real wartime scenario. It was kind of post-Gulf War.
Right.
I was in Afghanistan, and so that was like the closest. Otherwise, I was in like a non-war zone.
Okay. At the end of basic or at the end of your MOS, did you go home at all?
Yes.
Which time? Both times?
Yes, both times.
Oh, okay. How long did you go home the first time after basic?
First time was like about 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then after the second time was about the same, about
Okay.
2 weeks.
All right. So.
And then they gave me, I forget what it's called. I had to be certain. I had, I forget what the documents were called.
Mhm.
But like when they sent it to you, you had to be at X, Y, Z
Orders.
base. Yeah, orders. Yeah, by a certain time. Yeah.
Right. You didn't want to. You did not want to go outside of those orders, did you?
No.
No.
Because you're gonna be AWOL.
Remember that Article
If
15
you don't-
issue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't, if you're not at that specific point at that specific time and date, yeah, you are considered AWOL.
Exactly. Okay. Okay. So first
Which is
duty
not
base.
a good thing. Huh?
No, it's not a good thing. What first duty base?
First duty base was Camp Pendleton
And
in San Diego County.
okay, and how long were you there?
Roughly, I want to say about 3.5 months.
Okay.
Training with a squad. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I remember, but I don't. Like I said, it's been like
That's okay.
30 years.
And I'm not downplaying this. I know because I know that the Navy does very intense training. I understand that.
No, it's because they placed me with a Marine battalion.
Oh.
Because Marines, they don't have medics.
Uh-huh.
They have Navy corpsmen.
Okay. Oh, okay, right. I remember one of these stories, as a matter of fact, from someone else. So you were training with Marines,
Yes.
for 3.5 months,
Yes.
and
I had to go through pretty much almost what they go through in boot camp.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, that was more intense training.
Uh-huh.
That was battle scenario training.
Uh-huh.
Pretty much where you crawl the sandbags, you shoot the M16 rifle, you pretty much everything you can think of for wartime scenario.
Okay, all right. So it's 3.5 months in San Diego,
Yes.
and so the next duty base.
Next duty base was Afghan, near Medina.
Afghanistan.
Yes.
How long was that tour?
That tour was about roughly 3.5, 4 months.
Okay. All
And
right.
then they got me out of there because I was about to be released, and I was having a whole bunch of skin issues that we had to, some medical stuff for.
So you had contracted.
No, I think it was mostly from the heat.
Okay.
Heat exposure.
Right.
And stuff. Yeah.
Okay, and so
And
the
dehydration.
all right. I guess you spent a lot of time outside.
Yeah.
Okay, and what was the weather like?
It was intensely hot.
Like over 100 degrees?
Like over 100 degrees.
Really? 100 and what?
I don't remember
Because
exactly.
it would get up to 110 out in the desert in Riverside in California. So I'm just curious as to you were in the desert, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So 120?
Possibly.
Uh-huh. Did you, besides the skin irritation, did you get physically sick from the heat exposure?
I can't really say no, not really.
No?
Just mostly my skin started to get really, really irritated.
Okay, so that's you. What about your fellow soldiers?
Oh, yes, there were others, yes.
So yeah, you
That
weren't
suffered
alone.
physically and on the inside, like you said,
Okay.
with their eating and disorders and what have you.
Eating disorders?
Plus other things that were going on too.
Like what?
Like people affected by Scud missiles and all this other stuff that was going around.
Okay, so
Plus, their illnesses are kind of different than us. Like this whole SARS thing that we're going through now,
Right.
all of that was in play over there back then.
okay,
So,
can
no.
you tell us about it?
Oh, yeah, a lot of soldiers got sick from all kinds of stuff, man. You name it. From drugs to ailments from activities that were outside of the course of duty.
Yeah.
The intense heat,
Right.
the different foods, just so many different things.
Were you in combat?
There's so much going on in my mind that I could think of right now. That was.
Were you in combat situations?
Yeah, we were in a few situations that were combat-like, but
And-
not anything intense like war intense.
Okay, so
Non-war scenario type battles, yeah.
casualties?
Insurgents, if that's what you mean, yes.
Right,
Insurgents,
casualties?
Yes, and casualties.
So your function was paramedic, right?
My function was as.
Okay, so did you have to provide
Yes,
assistance to individuals?
I had to provide
And-
assistance many times.
And if you don't mind?
Patching soldiers up,
Okay.
yeah. Patching up limbs. Remember one soldier, he got hit with a stray in his eye. I had to patch his eye in place with the bullet still lodged in his head. So things like that,
Okay.
yeah. So just a lot of moving parts going on with soldiers getting injured and us having to amputate and things of such nature like that, yeah.
Okay. So there was quite a bit of that?
Yeah, quite a bit.
Okay. I guess there's no, would you say your experience?
Enough blood and gore to be very distasteful in a classroom.
Gotcha. Just, I just want to know some approximate numbers. Did you see a couple of hundred or 1,000 individuals over the course of time that you were there? Roughly, just roughly.
Nah, not that many.
Not that many?
No.
But that was enough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was more than enough.
Okay. So it was less than 100
Less than
that you had to deal with
that I had to
one-on-one
deal with.
kind of?
Yeah, that I
Okay.
had to deal with personally,
Okay.
yeah.
Mhm.
With the accompaniment of other corpsmen.
You mean your other medics?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Did any of your immediate, how many, okay, so in your unit,
Mhm.
how many people were in your unit that you work with on a daily basis?
Okay, my unit was 67 soldiers,
Okay, all right.
including myself.
Did you lose any of them?
Yes.
Okay.
We lost probably about, I want to say 16 was a good number.
Wow. Okay.
16,
Yeah.
17, something like that.
That's more than 10%, but less than 20.
Yeah.
20%. Sorry about that. Okay,
But not all due to the fault of
ordnance.
ammunition.
Ordnance, right.
play. Yeah.
You had all those other things going on.
Yeah. Yeah. a lot
Okay,
of stuff going
so
on.
it was a combination of the environment,
Mhm.
on your daily environment, plus ordinance from the other side.
Plus training, plus
Okay.
other things going on outside of daily duty.
Okay. Sounds personal, but anyway. Okay. You were never a prisoner of war, were you?
No,
Thank God. All right. So, were you awarded any medals and citations
no,
at all?
no.
Didn't you have to train on a weapon to go overseas?
Yes,
Okay. So, did you get marksman?
no,
Okay. You didn't get a Purple Heart because you didn't get wounded.
no.
Okay. What about any service awards?
I think I got service award for the last part of my duty. I think I still had 2 months left, but they awarded me with time served.
Okay. Oh, all right. I was just wondering if you got, okay.
Because of, what was going on at the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
A lot of soldiers got like time served because of some X things we were doing. And then it was like they asked you were you gonna re-enlist, and if not, then they gave you that time you could stay or go.
Okay. And remind me again, how much time did you serve totally in the Navy?
4 years.
4 years.
Yeah,
Okay. On active duty.
Yeah, around May '92 I got out.
Okay. Okay. So you were in Afghanistan. I think you said how many months?
Like 3.5.
So where did you go after Afghanistan?
After that, I came back to the United States and went back to a hospital base.
Okay. While you were in Afghanistan, did you travel any other places over there in that region? Going R&R?
Yes.
Where'd you go?
All kind of different places.
Like,
I don't remember them all. Like Qatar, just a whole bunch of places I can't remember off the top of my head.
But just right there, did you get up to Europe?
No.
Okay, so you went.
We had to stay close, but the crazy part is like the people you become friends with, and it's like they want to take you to their hometown and things like that.
The civilians.
Yes.
Tell us about it. Go ahead.
Like a lot of civilians you meet, and it's like almost like meeting a brother and sister you never knew.
Right.
And you become like a family. You become closely attached, and it's like they try to teach you everything that what they went through, and I learned a lot of things like about how our mindset works versus theirs. A lot of things we weren't told.
Right.
As children growing up in our schools. And some of those things they when you fall back on them, you're like, hold on, wait a minute. I was never told that in our history books.
Okay.
Where a lot of people were shipped here, there, and all over the place, and how some of these people's like the battles and conflicts they go through are conflicts similar to ours. Right? And how we came where we're at now.
Okay,
so
you're talking about the racial issues?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they had those experiences?
Yes.
Wow. I would really like to, can you expound on that?
It's sort of like some of the debates we used to have where I'd be like, like we'd have these subtle little arguments where they'd be like, I'm like, they're African just like me. And I'm like, no, you're not African the same as me. You're from Afghanistan. You're from that part of, let's say, Africa and all those different distant countries. Your relations didn't come from the same place that mine came from. And they'd be like, no, they never told you we come from the same place. Like they shifted us from there to here. Is how we ended up here
from Africa
doing what we're doing, and they shifted you from there to over there, and they never told you that they shipped us and separated us from each other, kind of thing. And I used to think in my mind, I'd be like whoa, like a lot of this stuff will wake me up. The same as with some of these other countries that like the Spanish-speaking countries. Same thing, like when I would travel and go to those places, it'd be like a lot of the same thing. Like I was on a plane with a girl coming back, and she was like telling me pretty much the same thing. Like I'm African just like you. I said, no, you're Spanish. You're from South America. Like they're Spanish. You come from Spanish descent. She's like, no. My people come from Africa, same as yours. So the same thing, which gets kind of confusing to me at times in my mind. I'm thinking, whoa, that's interesting.
Right.
Yeah. So a lot of that, and we connected like that. A lot of the conversations led to bigger and bigger conversations about things. So you start to learn a lot more about the world than you actually knew growing up here.
Right.
And we're never taught.
Exactly.
So that experience is invaluable.
Right. Yeah, I get it.
So you don't it's not just a whole bunch of battle and fighting and killing. It's a lot of understanding.
So you got to interact with the people.
Components of that make up your world.
So, by the way, where did you meet this? You said coming back from where? You had this conversation with this young lady.
I was coming back from California.
And you were in the military?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
I was
Okay.
coming home,
Right.
and I was on the plane, and she was sitting next to me, and
Okay.
it was just casual talk, and it just kind of went off on a tangent. We started talking about all these political issues and things and stuff like that.
Okay. All right, so,
And it got into a brief history.
right. After,
And she was in the military too, by the way.
oh, okay. All right, okay. Well, okay, so now you really got me curious. What did she look like to you?
She looked Spanish.
She looked Latina.
Spanish, yes, she looked Latino.
Was she light, dark, brown?
Light, almost white.
But she knew her lineage.
Yes, but she told me straight up, no, I'm African, same as you. Yeah, she knew it, yeah, exactly. I mean, exactly.
Okay. All right. Okay. So when your tour was
she
up,
explained it thoroughly too.
did she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How the ancestors arrived there and how they just don't teach us that history.
Right.
The same as the people in Afghan explained our rich history and how we just were never told it.
Gotcha. What was your next duty station after Afghanistan?
Balboa.
Balboa. Where's that again?
San Diego, California.
Back to San Diego.
Yeah.
And how long were you there this time?
Till the end of my service.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly.
All right. So, well, that was a quick 4 years.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. So it was like a half. You spent what? 12 weeks, 3 months in basic.
Mhm.
Then you spent another how many weeks in that AIT?
But roughly around six and a half months.
Okay, so that's
That's almost
3 and
a
6,
year.
that's 9. And then after that, you went to another training.
Mhm.
And how long was that one?
No, after that I didn't go to another training.
Oh, I thought you went to 2 trainings.
No, I went to a training, and then after that I went to Pendleton.
Camp Pendleton
Yeah.
in California?
Yes.
And how you were stationed there
Yes.
for how long?
Like around 3.5 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's about a year and a half.
That's about, yes.
All right, then you went to Afghanistan.
Then I went to Afghanistan.
Okay, and you were there for just several months.
Yeah, a couple of months.
Okay, so that's 2 years.
Yes, my 2 years, yeah.
So let's
A little
account for
under
the
2 years. Yeah, about 2 years.
approximately, right?
Close to it.
So the last 2 years you went back to Balboa?
Not the last few years, last couple of weeks.
Okay, so where'd you go in between?
Home.
You mean here?
Mm-hmm.
No. I mean, where were you stationed after Afghanistan?
Balboa Hospital base.
Okay, and that was only a couple of weeks?
Yeah, something like that. Because after that, I got released.
Okay, but there's a 2-year gap there that I'm
Yeah, because I had 2 years in ROTC in high school.
Oh, okay. All right, so you did 2 years in ROTC
Yes.
and 2 on active duty?
Yes.
Gotcha. All right, cool. Now I'm up to speed. Thank you very much. All right, the whole time you were in the military, did you have any problem whatsoever staying in touch with your family?
No.
Okay, everything was good? You were able to communicate?
Yeah, but that is sort of the reason I ended up getting out.
Why?
Because by that point I had 2 sons and my wife needed help.
Okay, so you got married before you went in the service?
Right after I got married, as soon as I had a son. Like when I came home for that first break,
Right.
then 9 months later I had a son.
Okay,
Then we got married and
gotcha. All right, so you came home. All right, so any places that you visited that you can think of that you didn't mention so far while you on active duty? Just
call
out a couple of them.
There's just a lot of places I went, but not for duty. Just
No, it doesn't have to be for duty. That's like I said on R&R.
Okay. Yeah, I went a lot of places: Germany, Italy, England, just all over the place traveling. Just because I could do something called jump flights.
Right. It was like $8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Right.
So,
Hop.
yeah.
We would hop. You'd hop.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. I did that in Europe. So that was nice. That was nice. I think I did it once at Conus also here in the States, back and forth.
So I tried to go as many places as I could.
Excellent. Yeah. Good for you. Good for you. Okay. So I guess you had no complaints really about the food the entire time.
Not only the eggs.
Only the eggs. Don't think I'll ever forget that.
And then, like I said,
What? Right. Yeah. Never mind. Okay. We'll just walk right through that. Have you maintained? Have you used the GI Bill for anything?
Yes, I used the GI Bill for a portion of my school.
Okay. And what about a home? Get a mortgage? Or you just did it on your own?
No. I used the military, but I used a military mortgage company.
Oh, okay.
Not really GI Bill.
Oh, all right. Same, wound up being the same, the equivalent?
I don't know if I would say the equivalent, but the military, they help with the down payment.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just a lot of things. Closing costs, pretty much all the upfront costs.
Right. So they helped you out?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Pretty much.
All right.
And more than once, too.
More than once?
More than once.
I heard that loud and clear. Okay, did you, okay, so when you got out of the service, what was the first thing that you did?
First thing out of the military, I was a ER tech down in Boca Hospital.
So somewhere along the line, you did finish your bachelor's degree.
Yes.
Where? And when?
Okay, so I ended up going to FAMU, and I was there for pharmacy, but then I had some family issues come up.
Right.
One of my sons almost died from a big asthma thing that came up. And so at the time my wife was in school, and I was in school, and so I kind of called it on mine to come home and handle the issue. And my son, he was in the hospital, I want to say about 4 months.
Okay.
Yeah, and so that kind of wrapped that up. And so I ended up bits and pieces finishing my degree through Palm Beach State College, where I have a 4-year bachelor's degree from.
And what?
In health administration.
Okay, cool. Nice. All right, so when you finished the degree, and you're working where now? What was the name of the place you're working?
Oh, Boca Community Hospital.
Okay, okay. You said ER tech, something like that?
Yeah, and then I transferred when I went down to Tallahassee. I was a lab tech there at Tallahassee Community College for a while, and then when I came back here, I worked as a sub. I worked as just a bunch of different things. Sub, driving buses for the city, driving buses for the school district. Trying to think of what else I did. And that's about it.
Okay.
And now I'm a teacher.
Now you're a teacher. Okay, just a few more. And how long have you been teaching, by the way?
Including substitute teaching?
Yeah, both. How long did you sub?
I subbed, I want to say about maybe 5 years.
Right.
In between that and driving buses for the city and the school district.
Right.
That was about 9 years, and then I've been teaching as a regular teacher going on 3.5 years.
Okay, so 12 years total?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I used to teach preschool too up in New York, but that's...
How'd that happen?
Going back. So at a certain point in time after I left the military, after the thing happened with my son, me and my wife split for a while, and I went back to New York with my people up there. So, and I did preschool. I was a preschool teacher up there for Rockland Community College.
Okay. Rockland?
Rockland Community College.
What part of New York was that?
That's
Rockland County?
yes, Rockland County.
Was that upstate?
In Suffering.
Huh?
Yes, upstate, Suffering, New York.
You had any odd chance you remember the zip code? Was it 129, 130, 140?
I can't remember.
Okay, I'm just trying to, because
Yeah, it's upstate though. It's
Okay.
up there. It's up near.
how long would it take you to get to the city, driving?
Oh, it would take like an hour.
Okay,
I'm talking express bus because I didn't never really drive.
express bus?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd take like a city bus
Uh-huh.
to an express bus, and then the express bus
Would take about
downtown,
an hour?
and then the subway, probably like the A and the J train,
Right.
something like that. Yeah.
Okay,
So it took a while.
okay, so you maybe 40 miles outside the
Yeah,
city?
because I worked in the city.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, I worked.
So you
for,
commuted?
Yes.
okay.
I worked for another like an environmental company that did ambulettes and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, you've done quite a bit, haven't you?
Oh yeah. But it was for a show. I was only up there because of that dispute and
Okay, have you maintained any of your friendships from the military, from, your fellow soldiers?
yes, actually, two of my best friends, they actually did the same. They were both of them were hospital corpsmen.
Right.
And they were down the exact same path as me. As a matter of fact, the one friend, I tutored him in calculus, and both of them are pharmacists currently.
Okay, okay,
So we all kind of had the same path.
nice. Nice, so you still in touch with them?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah. And
Okay.
the crazy part is they're married. They ended up getting married too.
Like you did?
Yes. Well, they ended up getting married to each other.
Oh!
But all of us were in the military and stuff like that.
All right, that'll work. All right, just two more questions.
Mhm.
Did your military experience influence your thinking about war or about the military in general?
No. About the military, no, I feel the same way I felt about them. I think it's something that's very needed. I think everyone in the country should do about at least 2 years
Why?
in the military.
Why?
Citizenship, service to your country, and just all the benefits from it. Like, I think everyone could use the benefits of the military. Like, a lot of people are suffering because they don't have service like benefits and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And if they served those 2 years, they would have that.
Benefits.
Yeah.
And discipline,
And discipline, yes.
okay?
Sorry
And
about
that whole work ethic issue.
Yes, that also. Yes.
Right, because
Yes.
that's, right, don't we get that,
Yes.
right,
Exactly.
from that whole training, from those training episodes,
Yes.
you really learn how to be on time and do your job,
Yes.
okay? That helps you to keep a job and a roof over your head.
And keep fit, which I haven't.
Okay, well, you're not alone. So anyway, last question. How did your service and experiences affect your life?
I know for a fact I'm a better person for it. Sometimes in my mind I'm thinking like I'm somewhere, and all that stuff, it comes back into my mind. The strategic thinking. Even if I'm outside exercising, like my mindset, I'm not just exercising. I'm marching,
Right.
and I'm always going in the forward direction. So never backwards, always in the forward direction. So I have that forward thinking about everything.
That stuff stays with you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, any students, any of you have any questions you want to ask Mr. Harper? Anybody?
No, I didn't blow anyone up.
That's always a question, No.
Did I shoot anyone? That is, if I told you, I'd have to disappear you. It's confidential.
Okay. Leave that there. I want to thank you for a wonderful interview, and I want to thank you for your service.
All right, thank you. You're welcome, sir.
Good?
All right.
Okay.
Sure you ain't got a question, Mark?
Hold on.
Mark is always thinking.
Mark,
I can see it. It's just like,
ask him. This is your chance.
I can see he's thinking.
Come on.
No, I don't got no question.
You good?
All right.
We good? All right, everybody hit pause.